Denver app. Charlie Blackmon saw the Colorado Rockies' latest win as an encouraging sign in the drive toward the postseason, and nothing more. Tyler Anderson pitched 6 innings in his first start since returning from left knee surgery. Blackmon set an NL season record for RBIs by a leadoff man, and the Rockies beat the San Diego Padres 160 on Saturday night in a game marred by a near brawl. Blackmon homered and doubled to drive in 4 runs, pushing his season RBI total from the leadoff position to 92 and surpassing Craig Biggio, who had 88 in 1998. Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies follows the flight of a 6th-inning, 3-run home run against the San Diego Padres Saturday at Coors Field. Credit Dustin Bradford. Getty Images. Pat Valleca had a pinch-hit grand slam during a 6-run 7th inning. Carlos Gonzalez also homered for the Rockies, who stretched their lead for the second NL wildcard berth to 3-12 games over Milwaukee, which lost to Miami 74 earlier Saturday. Colorado has won 8 of its last 10 games and extended its winning streak against San Diego to 7. "We did a little bit of everything well, but I wouldn't read too much into it," Blackmon said. "A 10 win would have been just as good, so that means we've got to come out tomorrow and not take anything for granted and play harder, not just assume we're going to win the next game just because we won by a bunch of runs tonight." Blackmon was not the only one breaking new ground in the record books. Nolan Arenado registered his 125th RBI of the season, marking the 3rd consecutive season in which he has had at least 125 RBIs. He's the first Rockies player and the first third baseman in Major League history to achieve the feat. "Charlie has been doing it all year and I'm very happy for him that he has surpassed a Hall of Fame player, and Nolan, that's quite an accomplishment. 3 years in a row 125 RBIs. That's real good stuff," Rockies manager Bud Black said. "But I know in the mind individual accomplishments are great, but I'm sure if you ask them they'll deflect those things to what the team has going on now." Colorado Rockies outfielders L2R Emil Tapia, Alexi Amarista, and Mike Tauchman celebrate after a 160 win over the San Diego Padres at Coors Field Saturday. Credit Dustin Bradford. Getty Images. The Rockies had it going against the Padres, who lost the 5th straight overall, matching a season high. San Diego has been outscored 444 during the 5-game skid, which included another 160 loss Tuesday at Minnesota. "We haven't put together at-bats against anybody. That has been the consistent theme," Padres manager Andy Green said. "You can tip your hat to the other guy, but you have to look at yourself in the mirror and have to get better." The Padres also lost first baseman Will Myers to a right leg bruise. He left the game after striking out in the 6th. He fouled a pitch off his knee for the 2nd strike and was clearly in pain, limping and struggling to put weight on the leg. He stood back in after several minutes and took a called 3rd strike. "It's pretty sore right now," Myers said. "I will do everything I can to play Sunday. We'll see how it goes." Immediately after giving up Blackmon's 3-run drive in the 6th for a 100 Colorado lead, reliever Miguel Diaz plunked DJ LeMahieu in the back, triggering an angry exchange as LeMahieu was restrained from heading to the mound. Players from both dugouts and bullpens streamed onto the field, but no punches were thrown, and calm prevailed after Diaz was ejected. Nolan Arenado of the Colorado Rockies celebrates with teammates in the dugout after scoring a run in the 3rd inning against San Diego. Credit Dustin Bradford. Getty Images. They are trying to navigate a dicey situation, Green said. "I understand the frustration. You give up a big home run and you hit a player 2 pitches later. It is universally understood that it's a time guys throw at people. But we weren't throwing at anybody at that point in time." Anderson, who underwent arthroscopic surgery July 3 and had been sidelined since early June, was reinstated from the disabled list last week and pitched 4 innings of scoreless relief Monday at Arizona. Against San Diego, he did not give up a hit until Manuel Margot beat out an infield single with 2 outs in the 6th. Carlos Azuela followed with a clean single to right before Anderson 55 fan Myers. He walked 2 and struck out 3 and gave up 2 hits. Kyle Freeland and Jeff Hoffman teamed up to pitch the last 3 innings, allowing 1 hit. Tyler Anderson of the Colorado Rockies pitches against the San Diego Padres in the first inning Saturday. Credit Dustin Bradford. Getty Images. Leading 50. The Rockies extended the lead in the fifth when Gonzalez drove a 10-pitch from Jordan Lyles 13 into the second deck in right field. LeMahieu walked ahead of the homer by Gonzalez, his 13th of the season. The Rockies batted around in a 5-run third against Lyles, a former Rocky who was picked up by the Padres after being designated for assignment by Colorado in late July. Blackmon's double drove in the first run of the inning. LeMahieu and Arenado added RBI hits and Trevor Story capped the outburst with a 2-out, 2-run single. Big O. The Rockies registered the biggest shutout win in franchise history. The previous high was a 130 win over Florida on September 16, 2007. It also marked the third shutout of the season in which they had scored 10 or more runs, also a season high in the team's history. Trainer's room. Padres of Jose Pirela remains day-to-day because of a jammed pinky. He has missed the past 4 starts with his lone appearance in that span coming Wednesday against Minnesota as a pinch runner in which he was thrown out trying to steal. Rockies RHP Chad Battis, who didn't get out of the first inning in his last start, is having his next turn skipped in the rotation. Battis, who returned this season after successfully battling testicular cancer, has struggled in recent outings, going 13 with a 9.15 ERA over his previous 5 starts. Up next, Padres RHP Jhoulys Chacin 12-10, 4.05 ERA, also a former Rocky, is slated to start the series finale at Coors Field, where he has gone 2,323 in 68 career starts. Rockies RHP John Gray 84, 3.95 ERA has won 4 of his 6 starts at home this season, posting a 3.34 ERA at Coors Field.